Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, you're most definitely welcome. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Nigerianindiaspora and this is the face of Lummie. And to all my existing subscribers, thank you so much for returning to watch my videos. Don't forget to turn your post notification bell button on before you leave, okay? Oh no, while you're watching this video, please turn your post notification bell button on. All right, so guys, today's video is long overdue. This video should have gone up on my channel, but I really don't know why it hasn't until now. But anyway, you guys, we're talking about culture shocks. Okay, I'm going to be talking about every of the ones that I experienced when I newly moved into the United Kingdom. You guys, you're going to experience a lot of things if you're planning to come to the United Kingdom that will wow you. It will really wow you and you'll be like, wow. Okay, so yeah, just to let you know what some of these things are, I'm going to be sharing mine in this video. So if you're telling a British person sorry, the response you get is most likely, why are you saying sorry? It is not your fault, especially when you haven't really done anything wrong. For example, if you say sorry to someone that is not feeling well, that's going to be their response. They're going to tell you, oh, don't tell me sorry, or you don't have to say sorry, it is not your fault. I found that really awkward because I'm from Nigeria, and the part of Nigeria where I come from, you say sorry to people because you're concerned for them, you know, because you feel really sorry for them that they are in that situation. Okay, but here it's the other way around. As long as you're not the cause of whatever it is that is going on, they don't want you to say sorry. That was really strange when I moved in. Okay. And funny thing was, I was always saying, not like I was always, but I was used to saying sorry when I newly moved in. But right now I'm learning to stop saying sorry because I still do so. Here as well, it's possible that, you know, you just meet a random stranger that refers to you as love, refers to you as sweetheart or darling. They use some very endearing words when they come across you. You know, they're very warm towards you when they see you. So most likely you hear, you're right, love. Are you okay, darling? You're right, sweetheart. And you'll be wondering, have we met? Do I know you? You know, you'll be surprised. And when I moved in newly, that was my reaction. Like, why is this person, you know, referring to me using all these endearing terms? But it was later that I realized that that's just their way of life. They just refer to you in that way. It's not all that deep, okay? But they'll just call you love. They'll call you sweetheart. And I find it really welcoming. It's sweet. Moving on. Yeah. You really don't have to call anyone by saying ma or saying brother or uncle. It is very liberal here for you to call someone that is quite older than you by their name, like their first name. They don't see a big deal in it. It was a big deal for me when I moved in because in Nigeria, if you have not used brother this for somebody, it is seen as disrespect. Okay, so when I moved in here and I realized that I had to call some mommies by their name, it was strange. Like, it was really strange. So I struggled with that a bit, you know, calling someone that is way older than I am by their name. But they really don't see any big deal with it. And to some extent, I think it helps you to to relate better with people, right? It creates that bond, especially when you know, you're finding it very hard to get along with them, and you know, you realize that you're free to call them by their first name. You know, it fosters that bond, and I feel that way, you know, they sort of respect your ideas and your opinion as well, because you guys relate in that manner. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but yeah, that was quite shocking for me when I newly moved into the UK. Another thing that threw me off, did it throw me off balance? I was shocked, I was surprised, was the fact that they pay their rent monthly in this place. When I was in Nigeria, I mean, I'm familiar with properties and how we run it back home. If you're going to rent an accommodation for a year, you most likely will pay for that year, okay? But when I moved here, I realized that you had to pay your rent monthly. In my mind, I'm like, why are we not paying yearly? Why do we have to pay monthly? But when you see the amounts that you're paying monthly, then you won't even bother about it again. But it was really a shock to me, because if you're paying a year in this way, you're paying a whooping amount of money. Like it is a lot. It is a lot here if you're going to pay a year. So I think I reason with why they pay their rent per month. I don't know if people pay per year in this place, but what I am used to, what I've been exposed to, is monthly pay. Okay, so that when your salary comes in, you're taking it out like every month. Do you understand? So it was awkward when I came in, because I'm like, we have to do this every month, really? But the amounts that you'll be paying every month, then I think it rules out that culture shock for me. But I was still surprised anyway when I moved in. Okay, about the way the bus works, you know, their bus stop and their traveling times. When I moved in newly, I would just leave my house anytime and go and stand at the bus stop. I really didn't know that timing was a thing, okay? And some other times I would just, you know, come out whatever time I want, and then I just see the bus that I'm supposed to take just leaving. It didn't occur to me that timing was excuse me, timing was like a big deal for them. So if you're coming here, just bear in mind that you have to be very time conscious. It's like timing is like, it's like a ritual here. Just like when you fix an appointment with them and you miss, if they say if they say it is for 9 and you get there 9:10 or whatever, you might probably have to rebook that appointment. So it is just like that with the bus, so that when you miss your bus, you have to wait for another 30-45 minutes for you to get another bus. Nobody likes that. It's just like missing your train and then you have to wait like an hour for another train. Okay, here in the UK, if your bus stop is here and you're standing here, you're thinking that the bus will come and meet you. You lie. You have to always be at the bus stop. And that was also very surprising for me, because in Nigeria, the bus picks us up anywhere. Not like anywhere, but like, you know, literally at some places that sites the bus stop. You get what I mean? So it was surprising that you always have to be at the bus stop to take the bus, and the bus will not just drop you anywhere. The bus will drop you at your exact bus stop. If you're going somewhere that is farther from your bus, from that bus stop, you still have to walk. That one too was like very surprising. Why can't this bus just drop me at where I'm going to? Okay, but here, if you are going to this place, your bus will most likely not drop you here, will drop you here, and you still have to walk. And I'm like, why do we have to do a lot of walking in this country? It was so strange to me, I won't even lie. I found it really, I don't know, I had to like adjust to it like right on time, because timing was like very key here. I realized that timing was key when I moved in here. In Nigeria, we don't do that. Any Nigerian bus stop, if you miss your bus, there's another bus waiting for you. They're already struggling for you, so they're fighting for you. But the bus system here, they don't wait for no one. Like if you're very close to the bus and the dog gets shot, you have missed that bus. So that was also really, you know, it was something new to me. It was really strange when I moved in. They're very polite here. They say thank you a lot. You see them coming down from the bus and everyone is saying thank you, thank you. When I newly moved in, I'm like, what is going on? Why are they saying thank you? But later it occurred to me that regardless of the fact that you have paid for the service, right, it's still just very I think very polite, yeah, for you to say thank you, you know, to just show that you appreciate the person. Okay, fine, the person is serving you, you have paid the person, but you still appreciate the person. So the British people are very polite. They say thank you a whole lot, and it was it was strange when I newly moved in, because not every time, but we don't really say, it's not a thing. Like everybody doesn't just come down from the bus and start saying thank you to a driver back home. Okay, so it was strange to me when I moved in here. Now I guess I haven't spoken about public display of affection, PDAs, you guys. It was a thing when I newly moved in, because it was all up in my face, at the bus stop, on the bus, on the train, at the mall, everywhere. It was just, you know, you could literally just see people kissing anywhere, very close to you. They really don't care. They feel it doesn't matter. It's just the norms here. That's the way they do it. And you're wondering, why are you doing this? Like, can you not just get home and do whatever it is you want to do? You know, the one that gets me that wows me the most is when I see some teenage boys and girls at the bus stop doing all of these PDA things. And I'm like, even in Nigeria, even though you are married, even though regardless upon still, you will hardly find a married couple outside touching and kissing. They most likely will reserve it for later, but here it is not the case. You see everyone, teenagers, adults, you just see them like doing all of those sweet things on the road in your face, and you can't really do anything about it. It was really surprising when I newly moved in, but I just had to leave it anyway. But the one that I really don't like, and I was really surprising, is the fact that they find it very easy to smoke anywhere. Okay, like, I don't know what the statistic says, but I feel that out of 190 people smoked here. I'm telling you, you are at the bus stop, you can literally tell that someone just smoked, or you can see someone about to light a stick, or someone that is rolling paper, even in the bus opposite you, and you're wondering, don't you have shame? But apparently not, they don't. So it's just it's a norm here to just smoke anywhere, smoke anyhow. The only place I don't see them smoke is like inside the bus, like on the train and all of that. But any other place, they smoke, and there's nothing you can do about it. So it was surprising for me when I moved in, and I'm like, this one is different from what I know in Nigeria. In Nigeria, people are hiding to smoke. When they even finish smoking, they lick tom-tom so that you won't know that they smoked. But here, they are very free in this way. They finish smoking and then they are coming towards you to ask you what time the bus is coming. They are just as free as a bird in this place. It feels like there's no control. Everybody's just doing anyhow. That alone was it was really strange for me. I won't even lie. It was so strange for me. Let me also mention that if you're going to get anything at the grocery shop, you're going to be paying for your bag. Okay? So if you're moving to the UK and you're watching this video, I'm giving you a gem today. Don't say I did not do anything for you. All right? If you're going to any shop, just be aware that if they ask you if you need a bag, you definitely are paying for that bag. It didn't occur to me on time because I was living very close to Tesco, and I was just working, buy things and move out. Most of the time I wouldn't even collect receipt because I didn't really buy a lot of things. I only figured when I decided to compare prices at some point, and I realized that, plastic bag 0.99 or whatever, and I'm like, so Tesco has been charging me all this while for plastic bags. Tesco. I mean, because I can say I went to Tesco like when I was living very close to it. I went like 4-5 times when I was there. You know, anytime I would just go into Tesco, I didn't know that they were chopping my money on the low. Do you know, they would just ask me, do you know the bag? I make sure I say yes. Every time I went there, they would say, do you know the bag? I'll say yes. And then they'll give me a bag, unknowing to me that they were adding it to my entire charge. I mean, I was just collecting bag and I was storing it. But right now, I know better. I store my bags, and on top of it, as a Nigerian girl that I am, I have a grandmother's bag. A lot of people don't like grandmother's bag, and I know why, because it's not fashionable, because you're like, oh, you're all dressed up and then you're pulling a bag. I felt that way too initially, but a friend of mine held me in the neck and she was like, you need to use a grandmother's bag. And she ensured that I bought that grandmother's bag, and ever since my life has not remained the same, because you see the shoulders, they're not made for stress in this world. Because here I realized that, you know, you carry things, pull things and all of that, but if you don't want that for yourself, grandmother's bag is really good. You can get one for yourself. So that's like number 2 thing I'm doing for you. Don't say I did not do anything for you if you're watching this video. Okay, yeah, so on to the next mention. You guys, I've made mention of it in one of my other videos. I'm going to link it somewhere. is the weather, you guys. When I moved in here, hey, the weather was confusing. You know, you almost couldn't even say that you came in summer or you came in when it was winter. Okay, so it was so confusing that at times you won't even know, am I dressing for winter or I'm dressing for winter summer? It was as confusing as that. You know, in Nigeria, which is sunny, you know not to wear black on black in the morning when you're going out, because you already know that it is sunny. Whether or not it's very humid in the morning, you know that it's going to be scorching in the afternoon. But in this place, you don't even know. It can rain, it can snow, it can be sunny, all joined. Like, it gives you a mixture of everything, and it was quite confusing. And when I newly moved in, I'm like, what is going on? Okay, so yeah, it was so surprising for me, and it's one of those things that I would count as a shock when I newly moved in. So you have to always check the weather forecast if you're going out, that okay, in another hour it's going to be raining or it's going to be sunny. So myself and weather forecast were 5 and 6. So that's the third thing I'm doing for you in this video alone. So don't forget to like this video. If you have not subscribed at this point, please go ahead and subscribe. The button is somewhere, just subscribe already, okay? And don't forget to put your notification bell button on as well. Let's conclude this video, guys. They said it is very safe to drink tap water here when I moved in. And I'm like, what do you mean? Me, that I know that where I'm coming from, you then not drink tap water directly, except you want to joke with cholera or typhoid, okay? So when they said that, in my mind, I already said, not me and you. Like, it's not me and you that will drink tap water. So like, I already zeroed it in my mind, and I was buying bottled water, right? But later on, if you calculate the amount I using to buy bottled water, it costs a fortune. It is not too expensive, really, but at the same time, I had to get a filter, and now I put my water in filter before I drink it, because still I don't trust the fact that the water is safe, even though they say it's safe. And another surprise was that I realized that they have what they call spring water here as well. So that one, even like, it got to me like, boom, I bought it that day, and you know, just in a bit to drink water, like after eating, and I drank it, and it was tasting really different from the water that we used to know. Okay, so that was also like really shocking for me, that okay, they have the spring one and they have the normal one. The spring one is the one that is in like a green bottle, it has a green cap, and the normal one is the blue one. So number 4 thing that I'm doing for you, except you like to drink spring water, don't buy the green one. It doesn't really taste, it tastes somehow. Water is supposed to be tasteless, but this one has a taste apparently. Okay, so yeah, I think that is all I have to say in this video. Yeah, I think that is all the things that I experienced that was really, you know, that was entirely new, and you know, took me aback when I initially moved in. So yeah, those were my culture shocks. Those were the things that I experienced. And before I go, why do I always remember one last thing before I go? They like to drink tea. Oh my god, they like to drink tea, you guys. It's like a ritual here. What am I saying? It is a ritual. They drink tea like, you're wondering, is it not the same tea that we're drinking? You know, if you are trying to find your way into the heart of one of these British people's heart, just tell them, I'll make you tea, or I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Jackpots. They like to drink tea, you guys. They drink tea a whole lot, and you're wondering, it is the same tea that we're drinking back home. They have times for drinking tea. It is as surprising as that. And in the middle of drinking this tea, they like to talk about the things that you don't want to know. For example, someone is meeting you for the first time, and the person is telling you, I am going for this tomorrow. I have this particular health condition. And I'm wondering, if it was me, I wouldn't tell you. But like, they are so free, you people. They are very free. They don't see it as anything. I mean, in Africa, we don't know anyone is pregnant until we see that their baby is celebrating 1 year. I mean, it's just like that. But this place, they tell you, oh, my daughter just took in, she's pregnant, and all of that. So they are so free in this place. I don't know. It's a good lifestyle anyway. I mean, it's it's just liberating, sort of, you know. It's not that kind of, if I tell this person something, this will happen. If I tell this person this will happen. So I like their way of life, really. Generally speaking, I like their way of life. Yeah, they are so free, like they're carefree. They really don't take things so seriously, and it's kind of cool. I mean, the way of life is very interesting. They don't like stress. That's why I like them. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you're planning to come here, expect one or more of these things that I've mentioned in this video. All right, and let me know when you come. Drop it in my comment section that, oh, you've experienced one of these things. Okay, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.